Hello again, welcome to another one of our virtual maths lessons. I'm Mr. Williams and I'm from Upton Infant School in Poole, and here are my friends Suki, Sunny, Wilf and Poppy, who are going to help us today as well. In our last lesson we looked at counting in tens, so let's start with a quick warm-up, a quick practice of counting in tens. So Poppy would like to know how much money is in the piggy bank. We're going to be putting 10p's into the piggy bank. Listen carefully and see if you can work out how much I've put in there. Here we go. So how much money do you think's in the piggy bank? It was 50p. Well done. Next one. So how much do you think is in the piggy bank this time? This time there was 70p in the piggy bank. Well done if you got it correct. Okay, let's do one last go. Okay, how much do you think was in the piggy bank this time? There was 100p in the piggy bank. Usually we would call that £1. Well done if you got it correct. So today's session is all about counting in fives. Now before we get going, we just need our friend Suki to tell us the different things that we will need, the equipment to get together before we start. So for this session you will need a pencil and paper, or a whiteboard and a pen, a number line. Now this number line is counting in fives. And finally a 100 square. Now don't worry too much if you haven't got the number line and the 100 square, because we'll be putting these on the screen. Pause the video here whilst you go and collect the things that you need for this lesson. So we're going to begin by using the 100 square, and we're going to use a 100 square to count in fives, highlighting the numbers as we count them. So let's use this 100 square to count in fives. So counting in fives, the first number there is 5, then the next number would be 10, and then it would be 15. Ooh, what do you think would be next? I wonder if you're starting to see a pattern. Pause the video here. If you've got a 100 square at home, see if you can carry on highlighting the numbers as you count in fives on your 100 square. Then come back once you've done it. Well, how did you get on? Let's see. Let's carry on doing this together. So we're up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And we can start to see a pattern now. And if we continue that pattern, we will go all the way up to 100. And we have highlighted all the numbers that end in 5 and all the numbers that end in 0. I wonder if you can think of anything that comes in fives. Oh, I've got something. Fingers. We've got 5 fingers. Anything else? Toes. We've got 5 toes on each foot as well. 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot. Now, some children have made a lovely display for us where they have made handprints. And I wonder if you can work out how many fingers there are all together. Now, we've practiced using our 100 square. We could also use our number line here to help us count in fives. So have a look at this picture. I wonder how many fingers there are. Let's count in fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There are 50 fingers there all together. Now, if you remember, when we were counting in twos and counting in tens, we used our trusty counting stick to help us. So let's use this again to help us count in fives. So I'll begin by putting 0 on the end of my counting stick, and we're going to count in fives. So each of these divisions, each of these lines, we're adding 5 more. Right at the end of our counting stick, we're going to get all the way up to 50. Okay, so can you count in fives along with me? Here we go. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Brilliant counting. Now, I wonder if, oh, my zeros come off. Let me put that back on. I wonder if we can start at 50 and count backwards in fives. This is a little bit trickier. Okay, we'll go a bit slower. Starting at 50, backwards in fives. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. How did we do? Should we do it again? Let's see if we could do it maybe a little bit quicker this time. Okay. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. One last time, even quicker. Here we go. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. Even I found that hard. So, here's Sunny, and he would like us to use our counting stick to count in fives to find the mystery number. So each division we're adding 5 on. Can you work out what the mystery number is? Okay, let's work it out together. Counting in 5, starting at 0. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 was the mystery number. Let's do another one. So this time Sunny has put 15 at the start of the number line. Counting in fives, what would the mystery number be? Okay, let's work it out together. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 is the mystery number. Shall we have a go at that tricky counting backwards in fives? Here we go. So Sunny has put 50 at the end of the number line, so we need to count backwards in fives from 50. What's the mystery number? Okay, let's do it together. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25 was the mystery number. One more go, counting backwards in fives. So this time we're starting at 40, counting backwards. What's the mystery number? Okay, let's do it together. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15 is that mystery number. Super counting in fives, everybody. Well, as we're becoming really good at counting in fives, here's our friend Poppy, and she has got some mystery number sequences for us to solve together by counting forwards or backwards in fives. So Poppy wants to know if we can complete these sequences. So it goes 10, 15, 20, 25. So we can see our sequences counting on in fives. So what comes after 25? Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Let's try another one. Now this number sequence has the missing numbers in the middle. So we begin at 45, the next one is 40. So our numbers are getting smaller. We're counting backwards in fives by the looks of it. And then we've got two missing numbers, then 25, 20. So let's work these out. Let's all count backwards in fives from 45. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Now Poppy has got a few more number sequences for you to do. So have a look at the missing numbers here. Get yourself a pen and paper, pause the video and have a go at finding out the missing numbers in the sequences. Once you've done them, come back here and we'll go through the answers. Okay, how did you get on? Well, let's look at number one. So the sequence here was 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We were counting on in fives. Okay, number two with the orange balloons, it went 35, 30, 25. So we're counting backwards in fives, 20, 15, 10. Okay, number three, well, the missing numbers are at the beginning of the sequence, so it's easier to work backwards. So let's do that. Let's start at the end at 40. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. So that sequence was really starting at 15. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, gold balloons. We've got 10, three missing numbers, 30, 35. So because we can't work it out from the beginning of the sequence, let's look at the end. Let's count backwards. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. And finally, our blue balloons at the bottom. Again, we're going to have to work backwards. So let's start right at the end at 0. Count backwards 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, I hope you did well with those number sequences. Well, let's see if we can put together what we've learned about counting in fives to help Suki with a problem. So Suki is asking how many bananas has she got altogether? Well, she's got a box of 20 bananas and then 3 bunches of 5 bananas. How many bananas has she got altogether? Pause the video here and have a go at working this out yourself. Come back when you think you've got it. Okay, how did you get on? Well, let's go through the answer together. So, first of all, we know that in the box she has got 20 bananas and then she's got those 3 bunches of 5. So 20 and 5 more would be 25. 5 more would be 30 and then 5 more would be 35. So altogether, Suki has got 35 bananas. Congratulations if you worked it out. Now it's nearly time to go, but just before we go, let's have a quick practice at counting in fives. Now I'm going to use my 5 fingers here on this hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my fingers and see if you can do some counting and work out how many fingers I've shown you. I'm not going to count, I'm just going to show the fingers. Okay, are you ready? Okay, how many fingers did I show you? That was 30. Okay, let's do it again. Shall we go a bit quicker as well? Here we go. Okay, how many was that time? That was 40. Okay, very last time, counting in fives. Here we go. Okay, what do you think this time? That was 55. Well done if you got that right. And to become really good at counting in fives, the only way to do it is to practice. Practice counting forwards and backwards. Now, in our next lesson, we're going to be counting in threes. So hopefully, I will see you then. Until then, goodbye.